Samba T, say something for us.
Yeah. You know what it is.
We got Mello, say something for us.
How's it? For real, I just started checking these battles out like a month ago. You guys are doing something major here, man. That's all I gotta say. So I'm interested to see what's gonna happen here.
And he's gonna have to judge what's gonna happen here. And we have Quaint, the faceless artist, say something.
Yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. Two dope MCs. I'm trying to see what's gonna happen, you know. So go ahead, guys.
Warzone. ManoAMano 2. Prometheus. Introduce yourself, my homie.
Suis Prometheus. Hello, B.
Elder Street Poet, say what you about, my king.
Elder Street Poet, LOB, Land of the Bravest. Let's go.
Round 1, let's go.
You ready? This artist a choker. Arkham Asylum, I got bars for this joker. Make no mistake, your flow is plain, and your skills ain't Superman, so I'ma leave you in the lowest lane. I bear a hazardous plan. And fuck a coffin, I'll carry Al in a bag. And since I mentioned Joker, Superman, and Lois Lane, it's cause he's comic. It's only right that I bury Al in a flash. A DT against a human being. See, the difference between you and me is that I'm a true MC. And I mentioned Flash. That's because I hope your memory sticks with that style you got from the USB. Funny how I mentioned memory, right? Because one thing I've come to notice, that during our battle, your best moment was when you were like, fuck, I'm choking. You were nameless, but that choke really got you famous. People were like, he's dope, but let's face it, Al couldn't push a line like a bad Coke salesman.
Oh, shit.
You've been killing on a different roster. But to me, you're still the tallest Oopa Looper from where you are. See, your chocolate bars aren't heavy. P.S. That lunch bar will bar 1 in 20.
I'm sorry, man.
Time.
Get that nigga L. Kill this midget.
Yo. So we meet again. Unbelievable. I'm from a legion of evil dudes with unspeakable deeds to do. Whose seasonal dream is to breach each of your feeble moves. Beating you till your team of goons is eating food through a feeding tube for a week or two. I am Yoshimitsu, a cold and sinful rogue official told to kill you. I hold the golden ginsu, open, split you, roast and drill you from your bones and tissue to the soul within you. There's a reasonable difference in me keeping persistence, keep breathing in the meanest conditions, exceeding the limits, and your feeble existence. I'm even convinced that the air that we're breathing is different. As you proceed to envision reaching the distance which you're dreaming and wishing, it's the easiest scrimmage. You consider me an evil and twisted pediatrician for the way I'm gonna be mistreating this infant. Man, I'm in a violent mood. So fighting a minor dude is Child abuse. You die a fool. You don't have the slightest clue what my rhymes will do when I'm striking you. You'll have to learn the ropes. This is not a tie, seeing as I'll provide the noose. Now, nigga, you bitch. It's a given. So shut up and listen. Say goodnight. I'll break your spine with potent force.
Move along, my sexy. Move along. Hey, let's take this bitch. That's what happened to the buyer Pima, guys.
So say goodnight. I'll break your spine with potent force. This is the day you die. I'll take your life with no remorse. Cause I spit that blazing fire that runs nationwide like the roving torch.
I saw your battle with Blade. I expected some champion magic. But it goes without saying, you carried an L in your name like Samuel Jackson.
Makes it killing you.
See, we expected some new bars, L. But I get it. You can talk smack because you are L. With a tongue sharper than a double-edged sword, I'll leave this king surrounded by dead pawns. Why? Because I'm known to move an L like a knight on a chessboard. Checkmate. Checkmate. Time to dry those sweaty palms. Leave L as irrelevant like the letter L in Psalms. See, L is a street poet. Basically a glorified pedestrian set aside because he couldn't rent a ride. But don't worry, you. But don't. I said L is a street poet. Basically a glorified pedestrian couldn't set aside because he couldn't rent a ride. But it's a bit unfortunate. I'm like, choop, choop. This kid is about to get hit beyond the yellow line. See, I don't even get why they hype this dude. Only time L is behind a car is in a driving school. You end up behind these bars if you fuck around, cousin. If El Chapo, then I've sealed this underground tunnel. No escape. My mind's carnage will leave your inside scarring. And if you go silent on the third round, you end up in your own box like a mime artist. Time.
Yo, I'll bet if I set a time and tested my pen and mind to weaponize clever lines, then decide to identify who really takes this battle shit to better heights. Never mind. This pest will die, and I'm the best designed exterminator. Anything to get this insect aside. I've always wondered, are you really this short? Or are you still waiting for the rest of you to be born? I'll bet the doctors and nurses must have thought they got the delivery wrong. So they all submitted their forms and quitting their jobs over the horrific shit they just saw. You don't strike me as the sporty type. You'd be disadvantaged by far. The fact that you're small as fuck makes you physically limited to remain up to par. But I'll rub it in if I have to, even for the sake of it stinging your scars. Cause you suck in battle rap like you would in high jump. You can't really bend backwards to land a body over bars. Keep it down. So Selby hit me up. Wanna battle pro? I said I don't mind a bit. I'll clothesline and throw violent kicks till he rolls high and flips and hopefully nose dives inside an old viper's pit. So would he buzz in this cold environment? Sorry, Toy Story, there's no way I'm getting owned by a kid. There we go. I take shits bigger than you, fam. Basically, this is me winning with invincibility. This is me clinically ripping this geek with invincibility. The fact that I have to face a handicapped midget really sickens me, but that's just the thing, fam. You handicapped. You just can't handle disability.
Third round, kick it.
Yo, you'll get killed with, you'll get murked with every rap. So today, you're the one I killed like Fetty Wap. Yo, I'll set this guy ablaze. So your hero in trouble, cause today he might die in vain. Heroin, vain, shit, that's not all I got. If you're J-Lo, then you'll be fooled by the rock that I got. Yo, my current flow will have every circuit tripping. And I'm like Nazi Germany. In due time, this gassed out body will get burnt to a crisp. What, the day you nabbed me, people were all over my face like acne. But don't worry, I got a facial cream if you heard of none. It's murderous, known to knock out blackheads like the police in Ferguson. In your battle against EQ, well, basically they thought EQ will gut him there. But they were unaware that the traditional approach is dead. Innovation is what the culture spares. Traditional culture spares. And I heard you a thief, brethren. Not to mention, your lack of belief is the reason why you're shelved in. Ironic, you had no penny, but apparently your career started with a big bang in this section. Listen, Sheldon, big bang, penny. Shit, evolution is what your skills lack.
Oh, dog, man.
Time, yo. Time.
This is a graphic memory. A tragic ending, B. Your fam and friends will be sad tremendously. I have a tendency to have you panic heavy. My axe and machete leave you hacked excessively and stabbed incessantly. add you to a stack of dead MCs I packed alphabetic. How this Neanderthal survived evolution, that shit still makes me wonder. Natural selection should have finished you off with your inconsistencies and blunder. This is survival of the fittest.
Oh, shit.
This is survival of the fittest. I make this primitive motherfucker suffer. So in retrospect to Charles Darwin's evolution theory, I had to reflect on the ape that you once were. As you go toe to toe with me, kid, you better not expose your defense. I have you comatose, ferocious blows, broken bones and weakened. And then I'll fucking... Wait. What's the worst that could happen? For crying out loud, I'm battling an overgrown fetus. I am not the man to scrimmage with. You're not half as skilled as this. I'm past your limits and rap with the class and brilliance of astrophysicists. So go ahead, try your luck and see. Ain't nobody who could fuck with me. I just came to win a battle over a kid like it's sole custody.
Body bag.
Besides the fact that you're as dumb as it gets, I'll bet you have an abundance of tricks. 12 plus 106 methods of you sucking a dick. I'll bet that's how he knew so much about Mugabe's low sperm count. You disgusting son of a bitch.